Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are watching this, thank you so much for coming here and giving me your support. This time I'm bringing you another makeup tutorial, but this time it is not gore. This time it is a festive look, Karwachauth look, which is very special for Indian women because here we get a chance to dress up and feel beautiful and feminine. The eye makeup here is very soft, very feminine, that can go well with any kind of Indian dress you want to wear for the festivals or for your Karwachauth. And the skin makeup is very glowing because today we want to shine up to the gods, and also on the festivals we want to shine, right?
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days
Let's start with the face first, and I'll be applying this bio oil on my skin for moisturization. In my last vlog I talked about how I started using it during my pregnancy, and then later on discovered its benefits for the skin. Then I left it for 5 minutes and then I applied this Nykaa Prep Up Primer basically on my T-zone, and whatever was left on my skin I pushed it further on the outer parameters of my face. By the way, go check out my previous vlog. It was fun to film it. And now I left this primer for 2 minutes and then I applied this Bodyography foundation veil primer basically on the pore area of my skin. I love this primer. I bought this when I got married, and I am applying it on the porous areas of my face, and then I'm using this Sugar Cosmetics Chocochino foundation stick that is a slightly darker from my own shade, and I am applying it in place of orange concealer because this is a hack that I discovered, that if I use a foundation that is 1 or 2 shades darker than my own shade and apply it on the areas where I want to conceal, that works very well as an orange concealer would work. This Sugar Cosmetics foundation stick is very good because on one side it has the actual foundation, but on the other side it has a foundation brush that is very precise, and it works very well for stick foundations. I am also applying it on my red areas, and this foundation stick has good coverage, so it will cover my acne spots. And then I'll be further applying another foundation that is little breathable on top of this, because that will be my actual foundation. This particular stick foundation was just for the coverage. Now I'm applying Nykaa Skin Genius foundation as my actual foundation on the face, and I'm using the same foundation brush that was given with the Sugar Cosmetics foundation stick, and I'm applying this Nykaa foundation on my face and on my neck, ear, and all the areas that are exposed. Oh my god, I can't talk. And then I'll be buffing it further using a beauty blender or a sponge. I'm just adding more of the stick foundation on my neck and then buffing it further in the skin. And meanwhile, do tell me who all love to dress up for the festivals, or who all that are married love to dress up for Karwachauth. I particularly like doing the makeup part, but rest of all I can wear anything if I want. The backstory of this filming day is very funny because my son, who's just 4 years old, he was after my life that I also want to wear the sari, mama, but I was telling him, you're a boy, you can't wear it. Isn't it so cute? And now here I am buffing the foundation with the beauty blender, and then I'll be using the F6 foundation shade from Makeup Revolution foundation stick, and I'll be using it to highlight under the eye and all the highlight areas of my face. And I'm just using very little foundation so that I don't add more foundation to my face, and I'm just using very little bit to highlight the highlight points, and then I'm using the beauty blender to buff it in my skin. My skin type is very dry, so applying oils to my face helps my foundation to be very smooth and helps my makeup to stay glowy. And now I'm using the wedge shaped blender, and it's damp, and I'm using it to blend the highlighter that is under my eye. Whenever you're applying foundation, take your own time to blend the foundation. Just like Jeffree Star says, keep beating up your face till your hand hurts. I'm using the same lighter colored foundation to highlight my collarbone or the décolletage area that the beauty community usually says. I don't usually use loose powders on my face because that makes my skin look more dry, but today I didn't want my eyes to budge, so I applied very little of this Miniso loose powder that I have. And I also have Maybelline Fit Me loose powder that also works very well, but I had that in the same tone, same skin tone, and I wanted a lighter powder for the highlight areas, so I took the Miniso one. And now I'm using the Inglot Illuminator, liquid illuminator, to highlight on the high points of my cheeks. I'm using this Sugar Cosmetics foundation stick in the shade Lungo that I use for cream contouring, and I'm applying it on the contour areas of my face very lightly with the nose contour brush that I have, and then I'll be using another bigger brush to buff in this cream contour. But before that, I'll be using this same brush to push my contour a little above from the line that I've placed right now. Just see the effect this lip contour gives. Slightly contouring under the lip and it makes your lips look so full. See, I'm pushing the contour above the line that I've placed on the face, and then I'm buffing in the contour on my forehead area. Okay, you, all the ladies out there, do tell me, what do you like to do on Karwachauth? How do you spend time with your husband? Do you go out? Do you have dinner, or you go out on a special trip, or you buy something as a gift? What do you do? Well, yes, all this is not applicable to this Corona special Karwachauth, pun intended. Now I'm just using the beauty blender to buff in my contour, and then I use this Maybelline cream blush as the cream blush. Wow, cream blush as a cream blush. That's obvious, isn't it? Again, buffing it up with the beauty blender. Now I'm using my Clinique Face Compact Powder to set my face in place, and I'm using very slight amount of this powder so that my face is set in place, and also it's not too much of powder as a loose powder would be. Now I'm using this Wet n Wild Caramel Toffee Contour Powder and just applying it over the cream contour that I applied previously. This will help my contour to set in place, but before this I applied the compact powder, that is veiling the skin. Because if we apply the contour powder directly on the cream contour without applying any face powder or without setting our face, then the overall contour can go blotchy. So before applying the contour powder on the face, keep in mind that you have to set your face. Now I'm not applying the contour on the top of my forehead because my forehead is normal in size. If you have a bigger forehead, then you can go ahead and contour the upper part of your forehead. Now I had two options for the blush, Wet n Wild's Mellow Wine and Apricot in the middle, but I used Mellow Wine for the blush because I really love that shade, and I applied the blush a little bit on my nose and then basically applied the blush on top of the cream blush that I had applied previously. Now I'm using this Sofx X Makeup Revolution palette, highlighter palette, and before applying the highlighter I applied L'Oreal Infallible makeup setting spray and then buffed it in with a beauty blender, and now I'm using the Plum facial mist to apply it on the highlighter brush that I have. And now I'm using the goldenish highlighter shades and the champagne highlighter shade to apply it on the high points of my cheeks and all the highlight areas. Glow, baby, glow. Can you see that glow on the face? Well, highlighting is one of my favorite steps of the makeup, but my favorite step is applying the foundation on the face and seeing that face transformation. Do tell me in the comment box which is your favorite step in your makeup routine. Now I applied the Plum facial mist on this fan highlighter blush, and I took the lighter highlighter shade, the whitish highlighter shade, and applied it just on the high points of my cheeks and very little on my cupid's bow. Now I'm using this spoolie to brush in my eyebrows and then filling my eyebrows in with the brow gel in a simple manner, and now I'm making false hairs in between the gaps that I have. Okay, now I'll be using the Makeup Revolution foundation stick in the shade F6 and then buffing it as my eye primer, my eye base, and then using a thinner brush to carve out my brows, and then I'll merge it with the eye base that I have applied. Do remember to buff it in along with your foundation, like I'll be doing so with the beauty blender. And after that I used Makeup Revolution Roxy X collaboration and Makeup Revolution Soft X collaboration just for the yellowish and orangish shades, because my sari was yellow in color, so I wanted yellowish shades. And now I'm applying this yellow shade on the upper crease area with a bigger fluffy brush. Zoop! Did you see that? Now I'm using the tapered blending brush and using that orange autumn kind of color and applying it on the middle crease area. Now I'm buffing in both the shades and then applying concealer to my main eyelid, and then I'll be further putting the brown shades on the outer corner and a metallic shade on the inner lid. I'm using this very thin pencil brush and taking the two brown shades, one is caramel brown, one is cool toned brown, and applying it just on the outer corner of my eye, just using it as the eyeliner, because in this look I'll not be applying eyeliner. Now I'm flicking this brown shade in a slanting way, in a diagonal way, so that it opens up my eye and give me foxy eyes. Now I'm using the caramel brown shade along with that dark brown shade and applying it along with that dark brown shade in the same diagonal way, just as a transition between the shimmer shade that I'll be applying after this. And now I'm taking the darker brown shade only on the outer corner of my lower eyelid, lower lash line area, so that it opens up my eye and I'll not be using any eyeliner. Now I'm using my Inglot palette, customized palette, and I'm using this turquoise aqua shade and applying it just on the middle part of the lower lash line, just as a pop of color. I'm not dragging it completely inside so that my eyes still remain opened up. Now I'm using a mixture of that caramel brown shade and a yellow shade from the Soft X palette and just using it to buff in my lower lash line, and then I'll be applying the Inglot aqua color again if needed. Now I'm using the silver metallic and the champagne metallic from the Roxy and Makeup Revolution palette, and just applying it on the inner part of my lid so that I get a mixture of silver and golden, and I get silver and golden effect. Now I'm using this Makeup Revolution Foil in Frenzy palette, that's foil eyeshadows, and using the goldeny shades just as the transition between the brown shades and the silvery shades, and I also applied the white foil on top of the silver shimmer shade that I had applied. Now I'm picking that white foil to apply it on the inner corner of my eye to open up the eye, and then I'll be lining my eye with the Nika eye pencil. I am black pencil, just like so. Okay, I am tight lining on the upper waterline and on the lower waterline. I always do that because I love black kohl on my eyes. Do you love wearing kajal? Do tell me. Now I'm using the darker brown shade from the Roxy palette to just apply it on the outer corner of my eye, because I'll not be applying eyeliner, so this will open up my eye and still give me that cat eye effect. I'm just giving final touches now so that I can move ahead with my look. Now I'm using the PAC Cosmetics So Spicy Lip Liner, and I'm outlining my lips with it without overlining my lips this time, and I'll be giving you a lot of lipstick options after this, so stay tuned. First option is Nykaa Mattelicious Lip Crayon in the shade Lacy Luck. Second option is Faces Canada All-Time Pro HD Intense Matte Lips Plus Primer Lipstick in the shade Tea Rose. Now 3 more options of Faces Canada All-Time Pro Lip Crayon. The first one is Make Me Mine, the second is Pink Love, and the third one is Blushing Nude. 2 options in Lakme 9 to 5 Weightless Matte Mousse Lip and Cheek Lipstick in the shades Nude Cushion and Blush Velvet. This is the one that I use, Sugar Cosmetics Buffy Summers Matte as a Lip Crayon, and the last option is Maybelline's Midtown Pink. Here I'm showing 2 ways of applying the lipstick. One is by using 2 shades. One I'm using Tea Rose from the Faces Canada range, and Buffy Summers from Sugar Cosmetics, and I'm applying the Buffy Summers only in the middle part of my lip. Using 2 similar shades, one dark, one light, will give a fuller appearance to the lips. And the second way of applying the lipstick is the traditional way of applying only 1 shade. And that is what I chose finally. And I applied Buffy Summers all over the lips. And my lips were already outlined. I outlined them again for the second lip look. So this is it. This is the final lip color that I chose. Now I'm curling my lashes for applying mascara on the upper lashes and the lower lashes, and then I'll be finishing off my look with lashes, fake lashes, and then I'll be moving ahead to wear some Indian jewelry. I applied the other lash off camera, and now I'm using the back of the eyelash holder to marry both my lashes, and now I'll be wearing the jewelry. Bye! After wearing the jewelry, I am just ironing my hair using this hair straightener to straighten up my hair so that I can show you the final look. My bangs were outgrown, so I had to keep it on the side of the face. The icing on the cake was my teeny tiny mug tikka. And now this is the final look. I hope all of you like my look. If you like what I do, like my looks, please subscribe to my channel, please like my video, share my video with others, please grow up the community, get more friends, get more ladies. I am here for all of you. I'll bring more and more looks for you if you support me, and all those who are supporting me, thank you so much for showing me this love. This is my new venture that I have recently started paying more attention to. I started this channel 1 year ago, but now I'm working on it after I've got break from my own business.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't
Love you
worry
all. Stay
about
safe.
much.
Bye bye.
I think we should have some more fun.